about it. And you had a few things in regards to Sony updates before we get into the Square Enix Presents, as well as, I believe, Gotham Knights.
Yeah, Sony showed us a new look at the PSVR controller,
Okay.
VR2 controller for the PS5. And it looks very futury, man. Like it basically, you put your hand inside of it and you grab the wand and it kind of fits around your hand like a circular thing. And this looks really futuristic. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, Sony just bought controlling interest in the fighting game tournament Evo. And Evo is a big deal. They have all of the biggest names in fighting games and players. And now that Sony has controlling interest, it is worrying some players that they will be removing games such as Smash Brothers and other properties that don't belong to Sony. And Evo spokesperson came out and actually said that would not be the case and that we're going to be keeping all the games that we've been having on here. But that remains to be seen. You know, that could just be a PR cover up. You never know. I'm not big on Evo, so I don't really have a stake in this fight, but I don't know how you feel.
Like you, I'm not big on the fighting game tournament scene, but I know a lot of people that are, and I am concerned because Sony has proven in the past, at least recently, that it doesn't play well with others. So if Microsoft bought Evo, I'd be a little bit less tense about it because I feel like they would be okay with having other games that are on different platforms present.
Especially since they work with Nintendo kind of closely.
Yeah, but Sony, time will tell. I mean, if they want to buy something that's successful and then remove what makes it successful, which is the diversity of games presented, that's on them. We'll see how it goes. Something else may rise to take its place. You know what I mean? Tournaments go around and they come and they go. So we'll see.
Right. Yeah, and actually, speaking of Microsoft, Octopath Traveler is coming to Game Pass.
Saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Very
that's cool. That's. I mean, that's a Nintendo, straight up Nintendo property.
Which it's since been on PC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it already had a PC release, but no, it's cool that it's coming to Games Pass, so Xbox owners get a chance to check it out. So
yeah, it's awesome. Sony Play at Home initiative that they started, I believe, last month with Ratchet and Clank for free. On March 25th, they're going to be giving away 10 free games.
Cool.
So the games are Abzu, which is the underwater scuba diver game, Enter the Gungeon, Res Infinite, Subnautica, The Witness, which I've actually been very excited to play. I just didn't want to pay $40 for it.
yeah, they
Like
gave
when
it
it
away
came
for
out.
free on Xbox Live Gold, I think.
Yeah, and I don't play my Xbox, so
Fair enough.
Go. Astrobot Rescue Mission, which is a VR title, Moss, another VR title, Thumper, and Paper Beast. And also starting April 19th, they will be giving away Horizon Zero Dawn for free as well.
Cool.
So that's a lot of good, cool free stuff. I'm going to be downloading at least 4 out of those 10 games.
Thumper is good. If that's not on your list, you should check that out.
Okay, yeah, 5 out of those 10 games then.
It's like a kind of surreal horror rhythm game. That's the way I can describe it.
Wow.
It's kind of dope. Yeah, I'm into it.
And the last bit of news before we get into the Square Enix Presents is Gotham Knights was delayed to 2022. Which I'm not big mad over, but, you know, I was looking forward to playing it this year, but, you know.
Yeah.
There's so much
Considering-
out. And
Yeah, I was going to say that considering the curveball, Outriders just threw me and all the other stuff. I'm okay with that.
Right.
Right on. All right, well, let's get into it then. Square Enix presents Spring 2021. So I have everything kind of written out in a list here. We'll just go through them in order, and I'll get your thoughts, and we'll go from there. I know some things we're going to be more excited about than others. It was an okay conference. It wasn't anything mind-blowing. But it started off with Outriders. I've already said my thoughts. I mean, what do you think just by looking at it?
I mean, it looks dope. I haven't played the demo yet. I downloaded it, and I was excited to play it. Now I'm even more so excited because of your thoughts on it. But
Yeah.
I saw that there were alien monsters and stuff, which I hadn't seen before in the trailers. It kind of looked like it was just human on human action, which is good too. Yeah.
Human on human, baby.
Oh, baby. But now I get some beast thrown into the mix.
Oh, human on beast action, baby.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
Well, when you get into the demo, hopefully soon, reach out to me once you're past the opener part where you can do co-op so we can play together, man. I'd really be interested to see how the co-op goes. Maybe we can talk about that next week.
Okay, cool.
So,
yeah,
yeah.
it looks dope. So, yeah, I can't wait to try it.
All right. All right, next we had a big much to do about Lara Croft. It's her 25th anniversary this year. And one of the things that they announced would be released was the definitive Survivor trilogy with all the DLC. That's all 3 of the Lara Croft, like the Tomb Raider reboot games.
Mm-hmm.
That seems kind of cool. I've never been a huge fan of Tomb Raider, even since the beginning. It wasn't one of those games I checked out on the PlayStation, but obviously I know about her. She's big in the video game scene. I mean, what did you think about it?
The first reboot I really loved.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It was so good.
Yeah.
The second one I got about halfway into and just lost interest, and I haven't played the third one yet. So I don't know if it's something I will go back to, just because it's kind of filled that Uncharted role where I've played so many Uncharted games at this point where the reimagining of Tomb Raider just seems like a retread of that, just with a different story. So
okay, fair enough.
Which Uncharted was a retread of Tomb Raider. So
right.
But Lara Croft as a protagonist is pretty dope. I got to give the reboots that. They made her pretty badass. So
no, and this Definitive Survivor trilogy looks really cool for fans. Like I guess I'm not a huge fan, but I saw what they were putting together and it looked neat. So cool.
Yeah.
All right, and then we had some mobile bullshit.
Yeah, I skipped that part.
I know. Just Cause, Hitman, Space Invaders, and then they had some Taito announcements. There's a anime style puzzle bobble bust a move type game, I guess.
Okay.
Cool. I don't know. Darius Cosmic Revelation, which is a shmup for Switch and PS4.
Okay.
Bubble Bobble HD.
Yeah.
Bubble Bobble 4.
Bobble these
I guess.
bubbles, baby.
Yeah. do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So, yeah, it's a classic. If you haven't played Taito games, I mean, go out there and get yourself an arcade collection of Taito games. Taito titles. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
And then they got into Marvel's Avengers, and they showed a bunch of gameplay with everybody's favorite Avenger, Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah. They would have lost everything if not for Hawkeye.
Yes. Hawkeye. Oh, man. Let me tell you. So cool.
Just a side to that. I wish that he would have kept his Ronin persona in Endgame, but,
yes.
That's, he just kind of gave that up.
Yeah, I told you I was recently rewatching Infinity War and Endgame because of WandaVision. Mm-hmm. That part in Endgame, skip ahead 30 seconds if you haven't seen Endgame, because these are kind of spoilers, where they're all like on the dock after the news that Natasha died. And then Hawkeye's like, you get your hammer and you go back there and you find him.
Right.
And I was just like, this is bad. It was really like hokey and like bad, and I think we were trying to put emotion into the scene, but it wasn't working for whatever reason. And I wasn't digging his character in Endgame. Like you, I thought it was cooler when he was Ronin, but then after he came back, I was just like, this guy's lame.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he always does cool shit with his bow, but
yeah.
Other than that.
Beyond Jeremy Renner, man. I don't know. Anyways, so I thought it was weird, though. In the gameplay demo with Hawkeye on Marvel's Avengers, they're on a rooftop talking, but didn't it sound like they were all like in a small room, a la recording booth? They didn't have any like ambience or any effects to their voices to make them sound like they're outside. It was weird.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's just like an early game thing. I mean, not that I care. I'm not going to play it. And then they revealed Black Panther.
The Black Panther.
Black Panther. I will
and then
stop him.
Of course, they had
claw.
Of course, they had the hip hop music playing behind it. And,
yeah, well, Black Panther.
Right, because he's black. And I'm like, guys, I get it, but he's also African. So hip hop does. I mean,
it did it with the movie, but it worked with the movie.
Yeah.
It felt less forced.
I just kind of started going off into a thing there.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks really cool though, man.
Yeah,
like he does look really cool. I hope
wish he was in a better game.
Right. I hope they do something really cool with him.
No, I mean, he's gonna have the same core moves as all the other characters.
No.
He's gonna have his ranged attack. He's gonna have his leap to the enemy attack, and he's gonna have his regular attack.
I mean, you have to imagine that they're change something up because they know that the reception on this game was not great.
Okay,
but maybe
we'll see.
We still haven't seen Spider-Man, so it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Are we ever gonna get Spider-Man in that?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter because we're not going to play it anyway because there's a better Spider-Man game on the system.
That's right. Maybe one day when they finish with all of the Marvel content and the game is truly well and dead, I'll pick it up for super cheap and play like the campaign. But I even then, I'm not even sure if I'm actually going to.
Even then, I stopped playing the campaign. It's just like, this is a slog.
Yeah.
These enemies mob you. I'm the Hulk, and I'm getting killed by regular human dudes. Like,
speaking of Marvel's Avengers, they announced they're actually going to make it harder to level up.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah. They said that the problem is that people were leveling up too fast, and it was just distracting, and they weren't really sure. They weren't getting used to the skills they were buying before they got new skills.
Wow.
And it was hard for new players. Here's the funny part, though: the change to the leveling up to make it more grindy to level up doesn't happen until level 25. So apparently, it's not for new players.
Right.
Apparently, it's to take existing players and extend their play even longer to get more money.
No money. No problems.
Yeah, they definitely have problems.
Yeah.
The game sucks. Anyways, and then they had a trailer for Balan Wonderworld, which looked like a cute little co-op.
Yeah, I played the demo. I was not impressed.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's for me,
fine.
too. It looks like it's aimed at a younger audience, so if you got your little nieces and nephews or kids that might be into like platforming and stuff, might be good for them.
Yeah.
And then they had a really long segment for Life is Strange True Colors.
Yeah.
Life
See
is-
your true colors shining through. That's a Trolls reference.
Yes, that's what that's from. Trolls.
Yeah. Right.
Life is Strange True Colors is new characters. I think there's like one character from the previous game in the series, but for the most part, it's all new characters. And the new power, instead of being able to rewind time, this character has the power of empathy.
I mean, it sounds lame when you say it, but the way that they
It's cool.
show it through gameplay looks really cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool. So basically, you can see people's emotions, and you can even tap into them. And if you're not careful, the emotions can take you over. So there might be some kind of balance to like how you decide to really get in tune with somebody, so to speak. And it helps her investigate some stuff that's going on. And I don't want to get too much into the story, but I mean, what I thought was really neat, especially for fans, if you get the Ultimate Edition of Life is Strange, which is coming out in September, I believe. Isn't that correct? Okay. You also get the remastered first 2 games in that set, which are going to be sold separately at a later date. But they said they're going to add new animations and everything, too, to the original games to kind of make them flow better and fit with the new art
this game
style, whatever.
definitely looks much better than the original.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with the original. I thought it had an interesting art style, but it was very indie. You know, it was very robotic a little bit in the animations, and so it's cool that they're updating that.
So is it Life is Strange 1 and 2, or Life is Strange and Before the Storm?
Well, no, it's just Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm. They didn't include Life is Strange 2 for whatever reason.
I think Vicky beat Before the Storm, and I was like, I'm not interested in this because it doesn't have any superpowered stuff.
What was the gimmick? What was in the gimmick in Before the Storm?
Oh, I don't think there was a game. You played as the friend from the first game
There's got to be something.
before all the shit went down. Before
Then
the
Life
storm.
is Strange 2, I think, is getting remastered then because they talked about it. But I thought Before the Storm was the sequel.
I mean, it's a prequel.
Oh, I'm getting really confused. I don't know.
And Life is Strange 2 is with the 2 Latino brothers, and the younger one has telekinetic powers.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So yeah, it looks like it's just Life is Strange and the prequel Before the Storm. Life is Strange 2 is not being remastered. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh well, what are you going to do? Okay,
Nothing.
so moving on. The last thing that they showed in the Presents was a game formerly titled Project Athia, which is a working title. They revealed the new title is going to be Forspoken. And starts off with the voice actor for the main character. And it's funny, she opens up. She's like, "Is that a motherfucking dragon?"
Right. And I was like, this doesn't fit. I'm sorry, it didn't fit.
Yeah. Well, it was cool, though, because I feel like, I don't know if it's kind of like Outriders and the fact that you're grounded in the real world, something post-apocalyptic happens, and then you're in a fantasy world. I didn't really get a whole lot of story out of it, but I thought once they cut to gameplay, it looked awesome.
Oh, it looks great. I think she's flung into a fantasy world or something.
Yeah, that must be it. Never-ending story.
You know, that song from Stranger Things?
Shut up. Shut your Zoomer ass up. But yeah, this game, man, Forspoken is black girl magic, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the
Literally.
design of the, yeah, literally. She's a young black woman. She's got a really cool design. Like, her traversal is neat. She's like flipping all over the place. It looks like one of those epic you versus like an Into the Wild type thing where you're fighting all kinds of monsters and enemies, and the combat and everything looks. It's totally up my alley. It's like it's like that Ghost of Tsushima style single person adventure. I'm into it.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be a definite buy. Probably.
one to watch. All right, and that is gaming news. Woo! We getting into it.